I'm Angela Tiatia.
Not many people will know, but I was in the fashion industry for quite a long time, working as a fashion model. And so the work, walking the wall or heels, is kind of like trying to bring together my history in the fashion industry and trying to resolve how my body was viewed and used. I think it affects all of us as females, the way female bodies are portrayed in advertising and in the media. I think it's really discombobulating, and I wanted to bring that on its head in a really absurd way, which is why I try and walk the wall in stiletto high heels while I'm gazing into the camera. It's really absurd act. And so when we look at endurance, particularly in performance, and if we mirror that into our own daily lives. Representation of the female body is such a strong theme in my work, and it has always been so present. I guess what I carry throughout my works is the main theme of decolonizing representation, but on top of that layer it's about power. So exercising my power, taking the camera into my own hands, taking control of my own representation. And in the Pacific there is this recurring myth that sexualizes the female body and makes her physically available for sex, in terms of which ear she puts the hibiscus flower on. So if she's got the hibiscus flower on her left ear, she's not available for sex. If she has it on her right ear, she is available for sex. And so this is the thing that happens in the Pacific, that these very recent myths are perpetuated as very old myths, but they're not. This myth was created in World War II, and so I was like, I grew up I grew up and I saw this happening, and then there was just like this real physical yuckness about that gesture, that I never ever wore a flower on either ear. And so this work was about, you know what, I'm going to stick that flower in the middle of my face, I'm going to eat it. Yeah. So I'm going to eat it, devour it, and own it, and also destroy it. So the outward explanation to this work is the relationship between China and Samoa, the historical relationship between that. In the start-up of colonization in Samoa, the Germans set up these mass plantations of cocoa, coconut, rubber, coffee, and that they thought that they had an enforced labour force with the Samoans. And then when they tried to get them to work these plantations, to make these plantations, the Samoans said, hell no. Yeah. And then they had to bring in labour force from China and the Solomon Islands. And so Samoa has a really interesting history and cultural mix. So then I pitted myself up against a Chinese man, and then we had this battle because so now in Samoa the Chinese have a lot of power, and that's soft power through financial aid, which is actually disempowering the Samoan people. I make this work because I feel I've been controlled for so long that this is a way of me becoming myself, like coming into myself, coming into my strength.